What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. We know here in this current moveset update that there's a lot of Pokemon that came out of nowhere that became so much better by getting moves buffed or added to their movesets, but there's some Pokemon as well that were still pretty good before this moveset update that just got even better thanks to buffs in this season. And the one I want to give a spotlight to today is going to be Shadow Sableye. This Pokemon is a ghost type, right? We know that ghost types generally don't want to face off against normals or darks, but because of its nice coverage moves that it can have, as well as Foul Play getting its damage increase, it can two-shot almost any Pokemon in the meta, or at least demand shields from basically any Pokemon you might see. Licky, Furret, these Pokemon that you might expect as a ghost type counter, Sableye still has a lot of play into. Basically, as long as you avoid the Wigglytuff, you're in a pretty good spot. Before we get into the battles, I want to say if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. It helps out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But let's get into the battles and see what Shadow Sableye can do. Corviknight into Forretress. Okay, well, if they're on Bug Bite, I don't hate this lead matchup. If they're on Volt Switch, I guess we swap out, right? Yeah, they're on Volt Switch, so let's get out of here. Make sure we don't take the electric type damage on our flying type if possible. And almost certainly what they're going to do is they're just going to Rock Tomb us immediately and then swap out. But I don't want to risk the fact that maybe there could be a Mud Slapper in the backline and I don't bait it out here. Because I know there's some teams that I've seen in the past with like Basti, Marowak. And I don't want to give them any play, or at least I want to give them as little play as possible if that is the case. So we'll see what we can do here. We'll go for the Foul Play. They did shield the first one, so this second one after that debuff is going to do quite a bit less damage, but I think that's fine, because we're still chipping this down quite a bit, and just getting this away from our Corviknight here could put us in a better spot. I'm going to shield this up again. Likely another Rock Tomb coming through. And while I am at -2 attack right now, we should be able to put in a decent amount of work here against the next Pokemon. Okay, so they have Sand Tomb, I guess, or Mirror Shot. We survive the Sand Tomb. That's a crazy moveset, honestly. Let's just swap here and save our energy. Clear our debuff as well. What comes in now? Okay, we see Jellicent come in. That's honestly not that bad. Let's just go for a guaranteed shield or a lot of damage here if we can. I can't believe they're actually running Sand Tomb on that Forretress. I haven't seen a lot of Volt Switch plus Sand Tomb variants. It makes more sense, I think, with Bug Bite, in my opinion, but maybe they're onto something. Maybe they know something I don't. They don't throw a move first, so I do get a shield with an Air Cutter of all things, which is pretty cool. Yeah, they do shield the Air Cutter. That's insane. They're back-to-back Surfs right now. I would love to be able to swap out here and go for a combo play with Sableye, but I don't think that's going to be quite in the cards for us. Actually, I could, but I don't even know if that's worth it at this point, because I do survive this Surf here. And we'll see what's in the back for them. You get the full farm down, actually. Oh my goodness! What was in the back? I don't even know. I was really thinking it was going to be a Mud Slapper or something. Maybe a Basti? It could have been Basti, right? We'll take it, okay. Alright, next opponent. We'll see Corviknight into Ninetales. If they're on Charm, I would be so happy, but I don't see Charm too often, so we'll see. Oh. They instantly swap, so maybe it actually is Charm. 7, alright. Hydro Cannon's gonna hurt here. I think, honestly, I'm gonna shield this up. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Payback, and then switch. I'll bring in my Ufisk here, no matter what happens, and we'll see how they want to play this out. Yeah, they do let that go. But, I mean, if it is the moveset that I think it is, and it is on Charm, then I should be able to get quite a bit of damage off against them using my Ufisk, and I think it might be Jellicent in the back. I fought a Charm A9 user with Gator Jelly a couple of times in recent history, so if that is the case, maybe this isn't so bad for us. Oh, dude, it's just Powder Snow! Here I am assuming one thing, it's actually just still Powder Snow, which, that goes back to making my life a little bit more uncomfortable. But I do get 2 Mud Bombs off here, which is some pretty nice damage. I could still see Jellicent being in the back line. I could also see maybe Ufisk? That would be annoying, though, so let's hope it's not that. 7. 8. 9. They're back-to-back here, but I should survive, which is good news. The bad news being an air cutter doesn't knock them out from here. Alright. They right now are at a weather ball +1. They let that go? Okay. And they throw immediately here. I'm just going to switch. This doesn't knock us out. It keeps a catch opportunity available. And Shadow Claws should be able to farm down before they farm us down. And if it is Jellicent in the backline, I don't want to be down energy into it. So that's actually huge for us. Because even if they go for a double surf bait, or like 2 surfs that is, that's not going to knock us out. And we just outpace thanks to us being up energy here. So I think we're fine. They do shield, that makes sense. But I don't think it matters. I think Alola Ninetales is still 4 more Powder Snows away from reaching another Weather Ball. And by then, I just Shadow Claw down. And even if I do go down, I might get like 1 more Sand Attack off with my Corviknight before getting knocked out. Big Foul Play. No shields remaining. This move should knock out the Jellicent. I know it's kind of bulky, but Foul Play got buffed this season. Yeah, that just knocks it out straight up. Shadow Claw this down. There we go. Okay. I don't know why they swapped out of that lead, honestly, but we'll take it. I thought it was Charm for sure, but all right. All right, next game. Corviknight into Forretress. Okay. Well, once again, we'll see what their fast move is. If it's on Bug Bite, this is really good for us. If it's Volt Switch, we swap. And it is Volt Switch, so we'll get out of there once again. I don't know what's up with these Volt Switch Fortresses. But I guess we'll see what they have in the back, potentially. I think last time, I didn't really love how I played it out. I shielded a Rock Tomb, and it seemed like it got really annoying the longer that matchup went. Maybe just letting this go could be a better play. I know this is a Rock Tomb. They didn't even build up to an Earthquake, so let's let this go. And just farm up as much as we can here. Go for another move here if we can. Or I guess we see another... People say I don't respect Talonflame with a lot of my teams. I don't even know what you'd call what they're doing right now. It's gotta be like, maybe it's triple steal with Basti in the back? I don't know. That's crazy, man. We'll just swap, though. And, like, unironically, I'm kind of interested in shielding this move. I think it's gonna be a guaranteed payback. Yeah, so we don't take the damage there. I can survive the next payback. I just want to build up a ton of energy, just so I can dance around here a little bit more. They do throw another payback. We'll see what they have in the backline. I have a Foul Play loaded, which I think could come in handy later on, at least potentially. Okay, we see the final Pokemon. It's a Ludicolo, so if I'm being honest, they just get swept by a single Pokemon known as Talonflame. And honestly, I mean, this damage here from the discharges is still pretty nice. It's putting them to a range where an Air Cutter should be able to knock them out. And we do have to keep in mind here, I already got my energy on my Sableye, right? I have that Foul Play ready to go. I don't know. I feel like we're in a good spot here. But we'll see what they want to do. Weather Ball will add up over time. Oh, I do have to make sure I throw my energy here. Knock out the Ludicolo before they get to another one. I hope this knocks out. It's always so weird to say. When a Pokemon is pretty low, it's a super effective attack, but it's Air Cutter, right? It's not the strongest move in the game, but it does knock out. And we get a boost here. So we'll just guarantee a shield or a knockout. What do they want to do? Big payback. Big no shield. Okay, that's beautiful. I mean, on paper now, I should just win this game with my Ufisk, right? I hope. Unless Corviknight somehow really pulls some weight in the back for them. But I have that move left over on my Sableye too. And we might even just Thundershock this down if we need to. We'll just go for the combo play. Guarantee we can get that knockout here. And now we might even Shadow Claw through the rest of that Fortress. That is a bizarre team. That is an insane team, honestly. I don't know what to say about that, other than I don't think I would ever run a team that weak to Talonflame, but I guess good on them. Alright, next battle. We'll see Corviknight into... Dude, Shadow Galvantula? What's up with these Volt Switch users, guys? They're getting spicier by the moment. It's fine. We have Shadow Claw, we have Foul Play, we have Hope. But man, I don't have a lot of hope for my Ufisk in the back line. If they have something this weak to ground in the lead, likely they have some sort of Ufisk answers in the back, right? But then again, like, it's a Shadow Galvantula lead, so how much can you really read into their team comp? The big question is going to be if they're actually on Cross Poison here. Because Cross Poison would allow them to have a 35 energy move, and I have seen that sometimes on the Shadow Galvantula. Is this Cross Poison? It might actually be, right? Or maybe it's a Discharge, I don't remember. It is Cross Poison, okay. I honestly think I might have been knocked out by that, so I think that's a fine shield. We'll just go here for the full farm down. Because at this, or not the full farm down, we'll rather go for the move at the last second before they get the full farm down, and we'll see if they shield or not. They do let that go, okay. Whoa. They bring in a victory bell here. They're probably sacrificing this thing, I guess. I'm glad that we have switch advantage. I would love a shield, but there's no reason they'd ever shield that. Or, please just tell me it's like double grass or something. Okay, wait. That's actually maybe better. Kind of. Is it? We'll see. Because Icy Wind is super effective against us. If I force him to throw 2 attacks here, I win. If Drifloon can somehow put in a lot of work here, though, then we're in a bad spot. 7. Honestly, I think I'm fine. They'll go for an Icy Wind. They'll get the debuff. But they throw in bad timing here. Oh, they Shadow Ball. Okay. Well, now they don't debuff us. Which means, actually, is there a chance I just get to another Air Cutter here before they get their next move off? Because they should still be 2 Astonishes away. And if I don't, that's also fine, because I can just survive the attack here. And when that Victory Bell comes in, even with the fact I'm going to be debuffed, I feel like an Air Cutter should still knock them out. And I can just outpace this thing. Oh, they don't even debuff us? That's crazy. I feel like the debuff there is like their only chance. They needed to survive a move with Victory Bell from a Corviknight. But now I just go for the Air Cutter against this. I go for the Air Cutter against the Drifloon. That should be a win. What an insane team. What are we seeing today, dude? These teams are crazy. I'll take it, I guess, though. Luckily, Sableye is putting in so much work. We keep losing the lead. But Sableye is just safe enough against these teams that it's not the end of the world here. Alright, next opponent. Zardy, a very good battler. Let's see what he's running. Dude! Okay. There must have been like a group chat before today that I was not invited to. It's just Volt Switch users. It's a Shadow Charge Bug. At least it's really cool. It's a spicy pick here. But, like, 2 Fortress, a Charge Bug, a Shadow Charge Bug, and now... Well, I guess we saw the Galvantula too, right? That's the other one. I don't even know what to say. And man, these Volt Switches are kind of chunking us down quite a bit right now. Ooh, oh, I thought we won CMP. No, he caught on Corviknight, which is maybe a good play. He has a full X-Scissor or Discharge loaded, but that foul play is going to hurt quite a bit here. I tried to be fancy there. I don't know if you guys saw what I tried to do before, but I tried to, like, wait to be able to swap into my Corviknight to catch the Air Cutter, but not quite able to. They get the attack boost. I don't love that at all. And I have to bring in my Charge Bug here, or my Ufisk, that is. I would have used Charge Bug today if people told me that's what everyone was using. I feel so left out, honestly. But likely this game's going to be a loss. I would imagine they have a Mud Slapper, or at least some sort of answer to what's in the back. Actually, I mean, not really. Like, that's not great for us, I'd say, but it is still playable. They're at 5, so they have a Hydro Cannon. Nine, okay, hold on. Maybe there's a chance for us still. I don't know. I mean, that Charger Bug still has energy on it. We'll go for a catch when he gets to back-to-back. He's at 5 right now. We'll see what we can do. It's going to be such razor-thin margins to see if we have any play. I win? Do I just win off of that? I think I do, actually. I think he needed to snipe us down before I could potentially land this attack. That just knocks out. Wait, I thought he'd live that. I thought he'd live that and get the move off, and then I'd farm down with Ufisk. That's a 5-0 off of that? Alright. And we get an electric type for our efforts here. Yes, we're using the wrong electric. I should be using a Volt Switch user, guys. But a 5-0 is not bad. Let's keep it going. Alright, next game. Corviknight here into Shadow Malamar. Now, this is one of those lead matchups that you see, and you're probably not too upset about, but I am going to be honest, I am a big Shadow Malamar believer. This actually frightens me quite a bit. Just because they can dance around with this Pokemon. Psywave adds up despite being resisted. They can Superpower and Dip, or they can just straight Foul Play us here, and you can see they do two-shot us as the Shadow variant. But I'm going to guarantee a shield or a lot of damage against them. We'll send the payback, and we'll see what they do. Okay, they let that go. That's fine. I get 3 Shadow Claws, or I guess they bait out a Fearum, which is not really a bait out now, is it? Not with my team being so good into this thing, but it's fine, because we have ways around this, so we can dance around. I have back-to-back foul plays now, so we'll just full send here. They do have a foul play loaded on that Malamar, though. Gotta keep that in mind at all times. They let that go. That's a smart play. They're 5, so they have the Drill Peck ready to go right now. But Malamar has been chipped down quite a bit so far this game. Shield that makes sense. I'm going to shield this up. I feel like Sableye is not bad here. We got to watch out for them to swap. Don't. Okay. I just want to get the second shield here. Or if I can, a knockout would be fine too. Honestly, I think I'd prefer the second shield, though. They let that go. All right. Primeape is scary. Primeape is frightening. Like, this is one of the scariest Pokemon I could see here. Because I don't know if I survive the Karate Chops. No, I probably don't. Dang. Dang it, man. Wow. I would never have expected a Pokemon this weak to Charm in the back. Maybe there's still a chance for us? I don't know how, though. That is crazy to me. Like, how can you be that weak to Charm? How can you be that weak to Charm? I swear I see people run Charmers all the time. A close combat? What? Okay, maybe that gives us a little bit of wiggle room. It's gonna be... Well, they have a Rage Fist ready to go right now, though, but they probably have to swap. Oh, they don't have to swap. They're so healthy. Dang, man. Ah! No! Dude. Ah. Yeah, that was just... I guess I can beat the Volt Switch leads. It's the teams that make absolutely no sense that I don't have any chance to beat. ABA to Charm with Fearow is your Charm answer. A Wigglytuff sweeps them. Okay, next game. Corviknight up against an Altaria. Okay, Shadow Altaria. Don't love this Pokemon, but honestly, the Shadow variant is probably a little bit better for Shadow Sableye, just because I think Foul Play in the 2-shield matchup here will come pretty close to just letting me farm all the way down. Yeah, definitely with the amount of damage our Foul Play, or our Shadow Claws rather, are doing. I could have gone for a Power Gem here, but I want to outpace them. I want to make sure I can get a shield from them before they end up doing anything crazy. And we actually get a CMP here, which is pretty nice. That's going to guarantee now that the Switch Clock's pretty desynced this game. And I can shield this up. I'm still 1 Shadow Claw ahead of where I could be. I overfarmed a little bit here, so that's going to allow me to outpace this Empoleon. And maybe still give us some nice play. We're at 5 right now, so they have a Hydro Cannon loaded, which is going to do a decent amount of damage to my whole team. I don't love that part about it, but maybe I can dance around this still. We're at back-to-back moves right now. I know they do survive an attack here from my Sableye, but I also know at this point that Sableye seems like it's pretty good this game. So if I can save it, even on this little bit of HP that we have, he should be in a very playable position. They're at 5 right now, so they have that Hydro Cannon ready to go. I think I'm just going to switch into my Corviknight. They shield that, actually. Okay. I thought they might no-shield potentially. 2 Hydro Cannons don't quite knock us out from here, so we might see them go for 1 and then swap out after into Altaria. Maybe they throw both. It'll be interesting to see what they want to do. They do throw both. Okay. That's honestly probably the best case scenario for us, just because it's going to make it so this Empoleon is going to be a little bit less efficient into our backline without any energy left over. Oh, nice catch by them. That right there is a pretty good play, I'd say, for them to have done. I'm going to undercharge this quite a bit, though. I want to get more energy out of this. I got a little bit of energy, but I'll be real, that's not as much as I was hoping for. Okay. Well, this is going to be weird, but I'm going to come in Stunfisk. That way, I can absorb some damage here. I can get a couple of Thunder Shocks, and then I can get a Shadow Claw energy lead against the backline with my Sableye as well. I'm gonna build up here, get them into one. Oh, shoot. They got knocked out by that Thunder Shock. I thought they'd survive it. Oh, but maybe it's fine, actually. Because I have so much energy here. We actually force them to instantly throw the Scald. And if they don't, then that means I get 2 Mud Bombs off. And if they do, then that just means that my Sableye gets to a foul play here still as well. Okay, that's all their energy down the drain. Sableye should win CMP even if they're on Acid Spray for some reason. And they can't Poison Sting us down, right? That's resisted, so it should be a win. Yeah, it's looking like it. Luckily, Tentacruel, not a lot of places to go against my team here. And Sableye just... It was pretty safe against the whole team, which is why Sableye is such a fun Pokemon sometimes. Foul Play gets the knockout, and despite them playing well and getting some nice, catches and stuff on us this game, still able to come back from that. Alright, next game. Hopefully a more realistic team comp that we fight here. And we see the Shadow Talonflame. So the trend continues of just, really bad lead matchups, but at least Shadow Talonflame here is going to avoid our Corviknight if I force him to stay in here against my Shadow Sableye. Whoa. They don't throw first. I don't know why they wouldn't throw on alignment there. Normally you see them go for that. But I guess maybe they're trying to go for a sneak. And they give us a full Shadow Claw sneak off of that, so maybe this is still fine. They go for the Flame Charge, classic Shadow Talonflame behavior. But I get the second shield here with this foul play. And they're only at a Flame Charge right now, right? They're at 1 Incinerate of energy. Or 1 move of energy, that is. I do survive that as well, because they didn't ramp up early enough, so I guess I could have gone for an extra Shadow Claw a second ago. But it doesn't really matter. Honestly, it just gives more farm over to my Ufisk, so... As long as Corviknight has better matchups in the backline than it does against the Talonflame, we should be in a pretty comfortable position. And again, they throw on alignment, which I don't know why they keep doing that, but maybe they just wanted to make sure I didn't snipe them down. They fly? Okay, they could maybe actually get a second fly off this game. No, they can't, because they throw on bad timing. Okay, they had it there when they went down, so maybe this is fine. Don't tell me it's just like a Ufisk in the back. I would not be surprised at this point if we're just out of luck, but we'll see. If I do survive a Chilling Water here, I can bank energy, and honestly... And why do they overfarm by 1 there? That's kind of a smart play by them, I guess. I should have instantly thrown, but I thought for sure... Oh, they Moonblast. Maybe that's a smart play too. I guess that's why they'd overfarm. I mean, I could have thrown my Air Cutter first here, but just in case I need my energy for something else that comes in, I'm going to keep building up. If I get lucky here and I get a boost early on, then I can counteract what this Florges is doing. But if I don't get a boost, then I'm going to be a little bit sad. There's a lot of things that could be in the back at this point. Jellicent's not super impossible to be in the back. Okay. Oh, dude, no. First of all, they caught, and second of all, they're just playing with me. It's just a Ufisk, man. Oh, man. Okay. If I get another boost, I'll stay in and see what we can do. We actually do get a boost, which is kind of cool, but I don't think that's enough here. I think we're just a little bit too low on HP right now. And since they did debuff us once, I'm only at +1 attack on my Corviknight, so I need to come out of this matchup with basically an Air Cutter of energy. We'll see. I mean, they deserve to lose with this team, because I don't like Shadow Talonflame users, but maybe, maybe they still have us here. Because I think they might just farm us down. I think they do, actually. This charge is not the best move in the game, but they're too healthy here. They're just too healthy. Yeah. Honestly, that's closer than I thought it would have been. And they can just swap, so even if I did knock out, it's just not quite enough. Dang it, man. Can we win a lead, though? Like, is that remotely possible? We'll find out shortly. We're gonna win this lead, I can feel it. I can feel it. It's gonna happen. It's gotta happen one day. Back to Volt Switch users. So, again, I'm questioning my sanity on what happened to any lead that's not an electric type. So, I think I'm fine with this situation. Upon further analysis, I think this is fine. They bring in a Trevenant. I wish I could tell you why. I think I just one-shield farm this down, right? I think this thing's just too squishy. As long as one more Shadow Claw knocks out, yeah. This is not a counter swap into a Sableye. Do they have, like, Gorgeist in the back or something? I get so much out of my Sableye here this game. I get another move off, at least one, maybe two. Oh, trainer. They're gonna be so mad when they realize I don't have Dazzling Gleam. But honestly, even Kamoa wouldn't have stopped me from flipping switch advantage this game, so... I'll take this one, man. I cannot win a lead, but at least I can win bad leads. Okay, so they have an upper hand here after one more Dragon Tail, but they end up just swapping right back out into Charger Bug. And since it is a Shadow Charger Bug, I kind of wonder, how does this matchup work? Does it get a lot worse for my Ufisk here? Or is it still, like, you know, still pretty playable? Oh my, okay. Well, the fact I two-shot probably answers that question. I was kind of worried I would need 3 attacks here, but the fact that it's just 2 Mud Bombs, that's all we need. That should be game. Yeah, because they still need 3, right? It's almost a 3-shot is regular Charger Bug, so the fact it doesn't become like a 2-shot or anything against us, that makes it so much worse for them. Fun fact, they probably shouldn't have come in Trevenant against me, against my Sableye. I feel like we would have just 2-shielded against Komodo as well, though, so I think we're in a pretty good spot here. The second that they just didn't have an answer to us. We'll save our energy. We'll try to CMP us for sure, but I mean, I don't even think I get 2-shot by upper hand, and even if I do, I just have my move in the backline on my Ufisk. Okay, well, they got the debuff, so we'll make sure to throw this energy just to play it safe. I think that's only like a 30% debuff chance, right? But, of course, Komodo is gonna get it. There we go. Alright, well, that was a weird one. Alright, next game. Let's see, Corviknight into the Flamer. This is bad. I don't like this. Why are there so many bad leads? Why can't I just get... I don't know, like, anything remotely good for us would be funny. Honestly, this is playable. They're a little bit slow on this swap-in. Is that a Swift CMP? There's no way they threw a Swift against us, right? But this is going to give us a shield advantage. And that's a good way to be able to maybe still have play this game. Why did they Swift us here? At this point, they probably should have just, like, built up to the Trailblaze. I don't know. I'm going to get to 1 away from my next foul play just in case they let this go. Then I can reach a foul play into the Talonflame if they bring it back in, but I think we always expect a shield into a farm down coming through right now. Whoa, they don't? Please come in Talon. Okay, they come in Fisk. Because that's the only Pokemon you ever see accompanying Talonflame these days. I feel like this is still maybe playable. Because, I mean, I still have my Ufisk around, right? And there's a way to win this. There's gotta be. Let's go for the discharge here. Try our very best to get his shield from them. And we'll see what we can do. They do shield that, because honestly, Shadow Incinerate damage is going to start shredding. They might even go for a fly here, which would not be a bad play on their part. No, they flame charge, so I'm going to go for a full Thundershock down. Wow. If I got that farm down there, at least there would have been a chance. Because then I could have either, like, made a catch or something on a Mud Bomb, or do something that game. You know, saying I might have, like, got a decent lead once out of all of my games here, I'll take a 2-3, but that is just so tragic. Shadow Sableye had to put the team on its back today. We could not win a lead for the life of us, but as a safe swap, as long as you avoid the Wigglytuff, this Pokemon is so strong, it didn't really matter. We still got a lot of nice wins here today. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.